Okay, sorry I'm a few minutes late. I got caught up watching it. But full transparency, I got caught up watching a video and lost track of time while eating. Oh, I forgot to open my water. Whoops. Yeah, so I need to move my mouse away from the end stream button. Putting flavoring in my water because I am honestly addicted to flavored water. Little thing on my. I have dust on my controller. So I've been kind of neglecting doing stuff in the depths. Well, I have been. At least I've been neglecting getting the Zonite crystal charge thingies. So I feel like I should. I feel like before we really do much of anything else, I should go do that. And it makes sense to do that because, I mean, it will just give us more power to our, it'll give us more energy wells. Technically speaking, even though the counter looks the same, where with full 8 batteries, the battery will change from green to blue. So real quick, how much do these cost? I have 61. Take all of them, that'll be 15. And now, before I do too much else, we'll go to this Lightroot over here, and then we'll get what we can as far as Zonite out of the mine here. Once we've done a little bit of mining down here, we'll actually I should use this one. Once we've done a bit of mining down here, we should be in pretty good shape. I don't know how badly I want to fight those guys. Because surely this mine has respawned, right? We also definitely need to find more of those bargainer statues. Ooh, bomb blower, nice. So that I can hopefully get the last piece of the tunic of the gloom resistance set. Because having that will just be good. Let's get my climbing stuff. You know what? We've got the Fierce Dude set, we've got the Master Sword, we've got 25 hearts. I'll fight him for it. Oh, jeez. We also just have a Savage Lionel bow that, you know, I was able to kill all of them instantly. Oh, a bow. That's cute. He also had a bow. No, it wouldn't stick. I didn't even have to use the Master Sword, which is fantastic. Mostly we just need a ton of Zonite. Oh dear. Because we need enough Zonite to get like 8 pieces, so obviously that's not a small amount, or 8 full batteries rather. Traveler Sword, yeah. Okay, so here I'm gonna try something real quick. I should try the other ones. Specifically the ones up here in Hebra, because these guys had royal weaponry from the start. But what I want to try is, I want to try dropping, like, one of my weapons that I'm hanging on to, then taking the not decayed weapon that they have, and then just like throwing it away or something like that, to see if I can get the weapon to re-roll. The reason I want to do it in Hebra is because they had royal weapons there, just straight up. And a not decayed royal weapon is not decayed royal weapons are incredibly valuable, obviously. Because they have, I'm pretty sure they have increased durability, but also just straight up, they don't have the attack loss that comes with them being in a decayed state. Let me up. I just want to check this mine out a little bit more and see if there's any more Zonite I can get relatively quickly. Doesn't really look like it. I think if there's any, it would be more over this way. So let's grab this Poe over here. and then let's head to the abandoned Kakariko mine. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Okay. I need to south. Once we cleared this one out, we can go to the Terrytown mine. Hold on. I kind of burned through my stamina a lot faster than I thought I was going to. Being in the underground is also really good because we can just grab monster parts without too much difficulty. There. Sorry, 1 second again. As a matter of fact, I will pause. Oops. Made a slight typo. I cannot type tonight. I keep hitting buttons on my phone that are like 1 key off of where it's supposed to be, or of what I'm trying to hit. Okay, whoops. I accidentally pressed A instead of B. Alright, sorry about that. I am good to go for a bit. Hopefully, anyway. Yo, I wonder if I could rip that off of there and apply it to this other Savage Lionel shield that I have. You just don't get it. You're Yiga clan. I will say the Yigas are surprisingly forthcoming with their information. Alright, we're now at 300... 330? 320. Mighty Bananas. And now let's teleport to the Dueling Canyons mine. The glide gear. Very specifically, so I can just do this. I love the impact proof set bonus. It's so good, man. It's only 3 pose, which isn't great. Ooh. Did this area not respawn? No, it did. I think. I hope. The Yiga do bring up an interesting question, though, and I found myself wondering the same thing of why are monsters earlier, or like before we found the Yiga journal that mentioned it. Why exactly are monsters mining Zolanite? Obviously, it's some kind of power source. But, like, for what? Also, how am I meant to get to here? Other than going around. I guess I'm probably not meant to get to there any other fashion, huh? Let's go to the abandoned Terrytown mine, I guess. It says that there's not really, I mean, there's the wrist mine. I was gonna say, it says that there's not really a mine, near the abandoned Terrytown mine. I guess there's the Ulvery Canyon mine as well as the wrist mine, but let's be honest, the wrist mine is not worth. Because the wrist mine is an incredibly long trek. I mean, it kind of is worth if we're looking for like large quantities of Zonite, and we just want to kill a lot of enemies as well. I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's worth it, but it's also kind of not worth it because it's such a long endeavor to get through there. Okay, you know what? I will try with this ghost. You have a soldier's claymore, pristine. I will drop this. Take the soldier's claymore. It is now gone. I got my spiked iron ball hammer back. I will say the Boko Reaper looks the Silver Boko Reaper looks real silly. If I am able to figure out a way to farm up enough royal weapons to just fill my, jeez. If I am ever somehow able to figure out how to get enough, okay, so shield bashing actually did kill the keys there. So that's a good thing to note. But if I, as I was saying, if I do ever end up being able to max out my equipment, basically, definitely going to, and by max out I mean, get a bunch of pristine royal weaponry, and get that bait and basically have that for every slot. Well, it wouldn't be every slot, obviously, because, I definitely still want to have a couple of Zonite weapons. Like I wouldn't mind having another Captain 4 Reaper and another Captain 4 Spear, just as, like, backups. But what I'm saying is, if I do get enough royal, if I do somehow find enough pristine royal weaponry to do, or to, like, fully replace my current arsenal with not degraded stuff, because, like, we're looking at a power of 10 versus 24 just for pristine. So you more than double your base attack just for having, just for not for having undegraded ones, basically. What? Ow. My goal here is come back here. Once we come back here in a few days, we'll check and see if things are, in a few in-game days, we'll check and see if they have respawned with different weapons or if the weapons are the same. Because obviously when we took the royal ones beforehand, it just gave them new weapons, but I don't think it's giving them new weapons if we don't have, or if we don't take the ones that they are currently offering. And that's a really lame way of doing it, in my opinion, because it just means that if you don't take what you're being offered, as I was saying, it means if you don't take what you're being, what they're offering at the moment, or at the time. Like, this guy's offering a regular boomerang, which would be... Which is, you know, cute, but it's not good by any means. Boomerang. With attack up plus 9. This throwing weapon was originally used by the forest-dwelling Korot. Its unique shape allows it to return after being thrown. So 17 attack power, but it also has attack up plus 9, I think? So if I take the boomerang, the spirit disappears, and then I drop the boomerang. Alright, now we've cleared out like 3 or 4 spirits. Obviously this would be more ideally done in the Heber region area, but I'm also doing it here partially to keep myself from wasting too much time. Because if we come back in a couple of in-game days, or like we come back here tomorrow, for example, and they're just offering the same stuff, then I know that the royal weapons that we got before were just fixed. Oh, you can get royal weaponry here. And it wasn't that wasn't like, oh, we got really lucky and there was just a whole bunch of royal weaponry right there. And then we immediately got unlucky, like, right afterwards, because we suddenly lost all the... because, like, once we picked up all the royal weaponry, a bunch of really crappy gear replaced it. Like, Traveler's Sword in place of Royal Broadsword. Granted, not decayed, but still, like, come on, Traveler's Sword? Literally the weakest sword in the game. Well, literally the weakest type of sword in the game. And also clear these two. It's really weird that they don't re-roll if you don't take their stuff, though. Because you'd think it would just re-roll them every couple of in-game days anyway, just to keep them more or less on par with what your in-game, with what the player's in-game power curve is. Cause sure, we don't necessarily need a bunch of royal undecayed royal weaponry that allows us to deal 70 damage per hit. But it's nice having that option. It's nice being able to run up to a silver Lionel and be like, oh, well, I can take out half of your health in 2 flurries. Or 2 flurry rushes. It's also possible that they are re-rolling and we're just getting really unlucky. But I don't think they are. I genuinely don't think they are. I genuinely think that they're just... that we're just... Oh, that's funny. We threw the claymore, it landed way over there, and those keys are, like, going and checking out the noise. I actually was really hoping I would have hit one of those keys with it, but it was kind of just a random. But it was kind of just I'm grabbing this to get rid of it. Throw. Alright, once we clear out this other statue right here, this other ghost right here, we'll proceed to the mine. Yeah, this is just another Traveler's Claymore. It could also have to do with what time we entered a particular section of the depths. I actually don't know, but the rest of the game has been updating, like, in terms of power for the most of enemy power, for the most part, the rest of the game has been consistently, like, keeping pace with how strong I am, which is how Breath of the Wild worked. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it keeps the game, it keeps the game interesting. Because it's like, oh, you're in a fight, well, you better take that fight seriously, because you can very easily, get killed. Granted, these fire keys aren't going to kill me, but... if I run into a silver moblin and he hits me and takes out a third of my health in one hit. I'll, as I was saying, if I run into like a silver moblin and he does his headbutt attack and takes out a third of my health in one hit while having 60 60 armor, which isn't quite the most armor you can have, obviously, but it's still really, really high. But yeah, it makes you consider things. Like, oh, this guy just, did a whole bunch of damage to me in one hit. It wasn't... So I should, take this fight kind of seriously. I shouldn't be like, oh, this is just a silver moblin. It's a silver moblin that can very easily, like, 3-hit me if I don't pay attention. I will take them all. It's a deal. Take them all. And that should be 440. Nope, 450. And then we can still go get, 10 more from the cave here. Oh, I went to the Room of Awakening by mistake. Maybe I can just ascend up. Oh, this is where it put me? Well, anyway. I didn't think it was going to be right in front of a rewind contraction. I thought it was gonna be like the very beginning. Let's go ahead and get my battery upgrades. What? Get producing. Yep. Four more energy oils. Bam. That Contract would enjoy further visits from me. That's nice of it to say. Alright, so how many more do we need? We need 50, well, we'll say 40 for the second one, and then we need 100 times 6, which is 600 times 3, which would be 1800. That's just regular zonite. Which is not a small amount. Hang on. There we go. Now let's equip the miner gear. This is another one of my favorite outfits just because of how useful it is. Look at this. My behavior is a threat only to my enemies and zonite ore deposits. I'll take them all. Oh, this is badly damaged. Also, it made me equip the Master Sword there. Oh, whoops! This is the wrong one. I want my spiked iron ball hammer, or my cobble crusher one. I keep calling it the spiked iron ball hammer, but that's because they're all spiked iron ball hammers. That said, I'm actually not sure if, like, a talus hammer would be better or worse than a spiked iron ball hammer. In terms of, like, durability, that is. Also, I guess I need to get rid of this, or change this into a silver Lionel, Royal Halberd, because this being a rare Stone Talus thing is not nearly as, like, it's not nearly as strong as it could be. Because it's 18 plus 33 instead of 18 plus 55. I could literally almost double its power by just... It would jump from... It would jump to 73 power just from changing that. And it's not like we don't have Silver Lionel horns, because we've been... collecting them in mass. Not really in mass, but... Yeah, look at that. 73 power. With 2 stages, with durability up plus, that's insane. As a matter of fact, this is stronger than my Mighty Zonite Spear. That is a captain, or than my Captain 4 Spear. That is literally as strong as a Zonite weapon can be. I guess technically it could be stronger by just changing the fuse material to a Silver Lionel horn. But honestly, it feels really... It's really weird. Like, it feels really weird not using Zonite construct parts or with Zonai weaponry. Especially because that's, like... It just straight up says it resonates with attached Zonai devices to greatly increase its attack power. Which means attaching this, I feel like should have done more than 3 power. Because look, the base power... Actually, what? Wait, this is glitched. Because this has... Oh, you know what? No, it's not. Because the plus on the... Okay. No, it's not glitched. I was gonna say this is glitched because it says it's supposed to have attack up +7, but its base power is 60. But I was misreading it. The +7 is for the Zonite Spear, but that's not taken into effect after we fuse the construct horns. But still, the fact that the Zonite weaponry caps off at like 60 to 65-ish power. Better, actually, without having attack ups, it would be like in the mid-50s, which is still stronger than like the Silver Boko Reaper, obviously, but the fact that Silver Lionel stuff with pristine royal weaponry is just that much strong, is a good, like, a solid, like, 20 points stronger, is kinda nuts. Let's get to this Korok here. If the foe you're fighting is too powerful, train yourself up, or just get more powerful weaponry because you've hit the point. The point in the game where getting more powerful isn't too hot. Doesn't look good as an option. running around in full fierce deity outfit at all times to get 3 stages of attack up, and... Which I guess it's obviously there's always the option of, like, oh, I go kill that silver Lizalphalos to get a silver Lizalphalos horn to upgrade my gear. But honestly, I'm at the point where I'd rather just, like, get a bunch of not degraded royal weaponry and use that to create silver Lionel weaponry, and then use that to... and then just abuse the repair mechanics. I don't remember that. Ah, you're back. Good morning. That's funny that he's still not back. Did the rat despawn? I guess it did. I guess it permanently despawned. That's interesting. I didn't think it would. Bunch of Hyrule Bass. That's fine. I only need... a little bit. Let's actually make it this way. Not what I was going for. There. There, and then take this and place it right there. I don't like that being on the edge. I guess right there will work. It's a little less cozy because it's literally right on the edge, but alright, I will mark this Korok with the red marker. I'll run the raft around once we get close to it. Or I'll run the raft around without getting close to it. Alright, he needs to reach his friend, who is actually going to be just across the river here, huh? Actually, yeah, it's actually just across the river. What did I just see over here? Hang on. Oh, it was a squirrel. Okay. I thought I saw another, like, very obvious Korok thingy. I love how I can just keep the friend glued to this. Well, I guess goodbye, Raft. Let's see, where else? Oh, there's a bunch of Koroks out here. Along with the sign dude. There's also one right there. And then a bunch right there. There's one right here. There's one right here. We can wait on this one because I'm pretty sure we have to go up into Death Mountain to complete the quest there. That said, there should be a shrine near Skull Lake, probably other than this one. There's also very likely a bunch of Lightroots in the Gerudo area that are a bunch of shrines in the Gerudo Desert that we haven't found. I'm not really too concerned about these two Lightroots because they're not really, like, I don't think they're covering up anything. I guess they could be, but they're not covering, I don't think they're covering up anything, like, super important. Ooh, that said, I don't think I've been to here yet. Maybe I have. Let's go check. Abandoned Hateno mine. There was another mine here that I completely forgot about. I like how the game gave us a tip on boomerangs. Boomerangs in Breath of the Wild were really good because there were a bunch of different varieties, and of the many different varieties, some of them were really strong, like the Trilizal Boomerang. Perfect is a perfect example of one that was just really, really strong. It's expensive, but it's hopefully worth it. That wasn't what I was trying to do at all. Oh, this is a mine. Madorna Canyon mine. Ooh, it's a hefty mine as well. That said, it feels like we get large zonite more often from ore deposits that monsters are at than the actual mines. And that's really weird, if I'm honest. Is this the mining helmet? I sincerely hope so. Large crystallized charge. It does not, but it does give me 2 more battery increases. So my charge, nice. There. Ooh, there's a large zonite. Nice. Maybe it's placebo effect. Obviously, large zonite is meant to be, you know, rarer than normal zonite, but well, Nintendo goofed the spawns up on that one a little bit. There's got to be... That's a Yiga clan place. Oops. Why does that keep happening? I'm looking the wrong direction. Oh, let's see, we have... Actually, we do have the stuff that I could make... Enough stuff that I could make a plane that would get off of the ground, I think. We have 2 fans, a rocket, a steering stick, and some large batteries. Bam. multiple rockets. I forgot the batteries. Hold on. Where did I see those at? Right there. And let's grab the other rocket as well. A little bit more lift won't hurt. If anything, it'll just make things a little bit better. Game. There we go. No. There we go. Alright, time to see if this will get off the ground. It worked. It's very wobbly for some reason. It's also incredibly dark here, and yet we have the light roots lit up, so that's weird. I'm pulling up as fast as I can. Alright, time to do something I hardly ever do. Keys eyeball. Aw, my bow's about to break. That's fine. We will repair it shortly. Alright. So, that guy's been taken care of. We simply go here. I don't care about the Yigan, they're duplex bows. I have Savage Lionel bows. Yiga schematic. Liftoff glider. Ooh. It says it doesn't have fans. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I definitely feel like the one I just made is way better. Huge statues have been discovered throughout the desert, and I do mean huge. I've never seen any this big. The statues have been found along paths in the Gerudo and Hebra regions, and each appears to be unique. I saw that a strange voice echoes around them night after night, and if a member approaches, they lose their soul. But it's dark down here all the time, so I don't know why they're saying night after night. Maybe it's just a story. Glory to Master Koga. Alright, look. I ain't got time for this shit. Ow! I'm looking to see if there are any useful things. Yeah, not really. Bastard dealt a quarter of a heart of damage to me. It's so sad. Hold on. No, you come right back here, you. Oh, another Lightroots. I should equip something so that I can maybe see at least a little bit. This is doing fuck all for me. Well, I hope I don't run into a wall or anything. Oh, my thing's about to go away. Didn't remember that that was a thing. I don't want to hoof it though, game. What's this? Sunderland? Down here? In Mighty Bananas? Oh, you know what? That's where the guy died, I guess. That was close. The game almost didn't let me, do the thing. The glider. I'm definitely not, like, I like the premise of Zonai devices to get around, but, I'm a little mixed at how they seem pretty much required in some instances. Oh my gosh, I have to fucking go back to the abandoned Hatino mine and make another one of those things, I guess. You know what, we'll just hoof it. I know for a fact there was another Lightroot over in this direction-ish. Yeah, it especially is weird because they are, like, the Zonai devices do have, like, a limited range in which they can operate. Because, like they have a twofold limitation. First off, they can't go outside of a certain distance from where they were originally built. And second, they can't... And second, if you run out of power, then obviously you can't use the device anymore. At least not until your power comes back up. So they gave the Zonai devices a twofold limitation, and then they were like, and now, by the way, this is, like, basically the best way of or the best mode of getting around in the game. guessing this is like a corner. No, this is like a tree, right? Maybe not. This might be like a boundary edge. Okay, yeah, we're at the Kia Pond. However that's pronounced. I find the service map a lot more useful for getting around than the... Oh. Than the depths. Or when you're in, like, the unlit areas of the depths. Alright, just to make sure nothing breaks, I will drop this. Oh, fucking this shit again, huh? So I definitely saw a Lightroot, like, directly over that hill? I thought it was, like, directly over that hill. Yeah, it's literally right there. And, in fact, it's the one I have marked. I thought there was another one, though. Oh, yep, right there. Which means there's a shrine right there. And that... And that is good news. Because that means we can get another Light of Blessing, and it also means we can get another heart container. So we have 3 Lights of Blessing already. Oh my gosh, it's so dark here. Well, there's a mine right here. Dunsel Canyon Mine. This game just doesn't want to give me the last piece of the miner gear, does it? I know there's 3 pieces of it, because every single equipment set should have 3 pieces. Aside from maybe helmets. But if there's a body, then there is basically guaranteed to be a helm. If there's a body and legs, there's basically guaranteed to be a helm, I should say. There we go. Ooh, good bit of large zonite from that one. Nice. One more.
Yeah.
Bunch of regular zonite that time. Could be worse. Could have been worse though. How many large crystallized charges do I have? Or crystal charges do I have? 250. So we have enough to get 2 more. Which would be enough to fill out my 3rd energy cell. For my second battery, rather. Nice, we got a good bit of large zonite there. Alright. The more zonite we get, the better. Unfortunately, those rots were real stingy. Oh, if only I could trade pose for zonite at a 1-to-1 ratio. Even like a 3-to-1 ratio wouldn't be, you know, two or wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't actually be too. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea for them to implement. Because, like, honestly, we're not really going to be using pose for too much, other than finding more bargainer statues and getting the outfits that are exclusive to the bargainer statues. I really don't think we're ever going to come... If I'm honest, I really don't think we're ever going to come back here for this, but... I will still... There's still definitely Lightroots over in this direction. Hold on. Over in this direction. Yeah, that direction. They might be further down? Ooh. Game, please. But yeah, it's definitely good that we're finding, like, a whole bunch of, It's good that we're finding a whole bunch of Lightroots, because that means that, because we're finding, us finding Lightroots, like, all that's doing is giving us information on where shrines are on the surface. I don't know what that tablet was thinking. Another one? Yes, there is. Zonite? Yes, it is. I had to zoom in to see if it was Zonite or a not great. Ah! Get down! Come on! Hang on. Okay, look, I'm leaving. If we're gonna be doing this shit, I'm just leaving. So those guys have got to give up soon, right? Ooh. A pristine eightfold blade. That's interesting. It yields more powerful sneak strikes. What was the power on this? Hold on. Should be in the compendium, right? Yes, 15 power. Which is... honestly not worth. I'm looking for the Lightroot. There's gotta be another one around here. Like, there's no way that this Lightroot here is gonna light up all the way over here. Because this one here doesn't light up all the way over here. That said, maybe it's to the north, past that giant wall there? And if it is, fucking... good luck to us finding it there. Let's go back to this other Lightroot here. Here, we'll go over here and grab this other Lightroot that we know about. It may take a minute to get there, but... what? Oh my gosh, you know what? Fine. Whatever. It's one heart. I do have to wonder if... because there was that one instance where we killed a Phantom Ganon and then a whole bunch of, well, it was in the Great Deku Tree. But we killed a Phantom Ganon down here in the depths, and a whole bunch of, like, gloom that was just in the area despawned. I kind of wish that mechanic worked, like, everywhere down here. Like, oh, there's a wherever there's gloom, there is a Phantom Ganon nearby, and if you kill the Phantom Ganon, the gloom just permanently despawns. Go the fuck away, Stallbokoblin. How the fuck did that light up that much? Also, that's an abandoned mine just to my south. No, really, how the fuck did that light up this much? Like, that lit up to the very edge of here. There's really just no shrines down here in this section, apparently. Equip my climbing outfit, which is unfortunately Ravio's hood instead of the climber's bandana. Abandoned Lurelin mine. More Yiga. These guys are everywhere. I guess it made sense though. If they've been down here since the last game, or since Koga got knocked down here in the last game. Authorizer verified. Welcome. This was once a busy refinery where a great deal of zonite was processed. My task here is to manage designs for mining equipment. Please hold on one moment. I confirm there's a schema stone you do not yet have. Allow me to rectify that. That is the dirigible. I will also prepare the parts required to test it via auto build. Yeah, I don't like auto build. I get why people have it, or why they have it, because it's an option for people to just be like, oh, it's auto build, so I can be, or, so people can, be a little bit lazy with stuff, but for the most part, I would rather just be like, oh, I need to make, I don't know, a glider? Let me just grab some rockets and some fans and a wing. So now for the question, does this abandoned mine have a chest? Sure, it probably does. I feel like that was unnecessary, but whatever. Oh, there's the Yiga person. Yeah, I'm not talking to you. These guys are terrible at their jobs because they only attack us if we speak to them. Oh. Anything in here? No. The other ones had the chest reachable via the auto build machine. Oh, you know what? It's probably just up there. Let's grab up all these poes real quick. Because someday I will go back to a bar. I'll find another bargain, or go to another bargainer statue, and then we'll be able to, someday we'll go to another bargainer statue, and then we'll be able to, exchange pose for, you know, something else. Authorizer verified. Welcome, my Forge construct process zonite here. I accidentally hit the zonite, hit the question mark. Goodbye. I'll take them all. How much large zonite do I have? I do have enough to get one more charge. We have 15, or we have 25. I want to get 400 just so we're at an even amount. What's over here? Oh, right. Hold on. Before that. First off. Oh. This is the chest? Yes, it is. Oh, look at there. 400. Everyone has been ordered to carry a sundaline, or a medicinal herb called a sundaline, at all times while in the depths. This is an order based on intelligence stolen from the Zonai survey team. Sundalines have shown promise as a treatment for those suffering decreased vitality due to gloom exposure. This rare herb is found only in areas where things have fallen from the sky. They may come from the Sky Islands. If this information is accurate, Sundalines will save me trips to the surface. I just wish they weren't so bitter. If only there was such a thing as a sun banana. A sunana, maybe? Glory to Master Koga. There may not be another treasure chest here, actually. Oh, hello, random thing of zonite. Too far, that's fair. Yeah, I don't want to use my auto build. To make that. I don't think I think that was probably the chest. for this area. And if it wasn't, oh well. Said I do want to go and check out this area right here. Just because we're right here. If I end up with more crystallized charges, oh well. Is there not another light root near here? Not that I can immediately see. There is this. Hang on. It's another pristine 8-fold blade. Well, I definitely would like to get another light root that's not the one way the fuck over here. But that might not be doable. So instead, what I'm going to do, what I think we're going to do, instead of checking that, oh no, is there not a steering stick here? There is. It's just okay. Okay, yeah. These all have the same. I guess these all have the same stuff. Right here. My lights just flickered, so I'm going to quickly save. I didn't lose power or anything, but it definitely was cause for concern. There, and then we're actually gonna. So we're gonna go past this thing because that what looks like to another like mine that where I'm supposed to just get a bunch of zonite. And we're gonna go for I guess this light root way over here because. Well, I really hope we are definitely about to hit a cliff. Oh my gosh. Alright, use the overworld map to guide myself, I guess. What am I hitting? I hit a cliff or something. Okay, so, back to this area, I guess. So, what is this place? Ancient observation deck. let's get... I can't believe they fucking put a cliff that... like that here. Like, oh, are you serious? Alright, let's look at my glow armor so I can actually see. Infused deity mask simply because I don't have any better headgear. Is Zonite ore in the wall over there? Also, I'm stupid. I said, like, way earlier in the playthrough that I thought that blood moons were just RNG. They're not. They're just on a timer. Most likely. Like, oh, and look, like, oh, you know, 2 in-game weeks have passed. Blood moon happens, or, you know, something like that. Fuck off. What do you mean? That didn't even touch me. Oh my gosh. I headshot him 4 times. The fucking tracer for the arrow was bouncing off of its face. Also, the spear that didn't touch me. This is what I hate about... This is why I hate the fucking underground. It would be 10 times better if they just didn't have the stall enemies down here. Oh, but that's part of the challenge. No, it's not. It's fucking annoying. Stall enemies are not... challenging at all. They're cheap pieces of shit. They could at least have made this fucking hot spring, or water here, like a purifying spring or something. Tuft Canyon Mine. Well, I did find another mine. Does this have the helm? Cap of the Hero. According to legend, this cap was once treasured by an ancient hero. It's quite the simple cap. There's something about it that's just so appealing. That was not what I hoped for. Like, I swear this is the most frustrating thing about the depths, is the fact that you get hit one time and lose an entire heart until you fucking go to a light room. Okay, well, I had to see. A light route, which may not be... which the nearest one might legitimately fucking be over here. As we saw from this fucking light route right here, that lit up all the way over here. And, like, all the way down here. That said, there's gotta be a Lightroot at Soka Point. Unless the one down here, you know what? Actually, more likely, the one down here lights up all of this shit out here. Well, that was close. Uh-oh. My hammer is about to break. It also made me equip the Master Sword. Man, we're almost 3 hammers down. Oh my gosh, video game, please. Excellent. More Zonite. Is there any more? I have no idea. Alright, let's head up here. We'll regain the 2 fucking hearts that we lost to bullshit. Like, the first one, we didn't even get hit by. The second one, you saw, there were literally 3 tracer, arrow-like tracers bouncing off of the fucking, Stall Bogoblin's head. So I don't know how the fuck the game is trying to say we didn't fucking critical headshot that little fuck, or that little fucker. Like and that's what I hate about stall enemies, is I can literally headshot them and the game will just say that I didn't. Because I guess the game for some reason read the arrows hitting it like in the neck or something. There's no silver enemy down there? What the fuck? Oh, there's one, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh! No, you know what? I'm reloading. I'm not using any more fucking healing to fucking random to fucking the bullshit of I didn't stop for 2 seconds while outside of the fucking whatchamacallit. Fine, let me ascend then. Game, I fucking swear. Alright, abandoned Laurelin Mine. Oh, some more zonite right here. Let me see if there's lights over here. Hopefully this thing respawned, or this stuff that was over here respawned. It did, okay, good. I can see the wings, so that is enough for me to know that it respawned. Now, are there... Big question, are there lights here? Doesn't look like there are, which is unfortunate. Yeah. There's no light there. And that sucks, because, lights are real. A light would be really useful on this. There. But I'm sure that's exactly what the devs thought were thinking when they decided not to include lights at this particular fucking location. Like, oh, well, a light would be really useful here. So let's not have them. Right there. Yeah. Yep, lights are just not here. We have sleds, you know, in case we want to, I guess, add a lot more weight to this fucking thing. Oh my gosh. Please, video game, please work with me. Just put the thing in the right spot. Oh my gosh, video game, please. There. That's all I was trying to do. Alright, now pull this way, turn it this way. Right there. Alright. Now, let's set this. Oh no! Where'd the stick go? What? There it is. Okay, it landed on it. Thank goodness. That was a glitch. Alright, let's try this again. This time, hopefully, without the game throwing me headfirst into a tree and not allowing me to do anything about it. Why is this so wobbly? We're good, we're good, we're good. We have plenty of... We have plenty of battery. We have enough battery to get... We have a lot of battery, and we'll get real far. As long as we don't hit these... any more of these fucking trees. We have so much battery, this thing's gonna disappear before we get to where we're trying to go. But that's fine. We can go across this little gap. The little gap should be right around here. Should be a wall right... Oh, what? Should be an opening here, right? Wait, what? Is there not an opening here? If there's not an opening here... Eh? I've been bamboozled. What the fuck? Going this way. Can I ascend? Of course I can't. Can I go below and ascend? Probably not. Yep, there's no chance. We did fly right by a frauds, but I wasn't, like, I have no idea where the fuck it was. I'll be able to tell probably more precise, probably somewhat exactly once we get, Okay, so we have to go that way? It looks like. Oh, well, there's the frauds. Bam, skull right there. We got some flint, that's good. We need that for those amber earrings. Also, just the apparently 1 in like a million chance that we can give to the Goron and get a whole bunch of money. Look, I'm getting real sick of these fucking trash weapons. Especially because, like, I'm definitely never gonna come back to this particular area. Like, are you serious? Looks like a soldier's broadsword. Pristine, but I mean... Oh, another workshop. Nice. Nice broadsword. Where was that workshop at? Shit, I lost it. There it is. This, is real, well, questionable. Alright, so I can maybe fly straight to there from here. Lightroot. The Lightroot that I have the yellow marker on. actual glide. You know, all things considered, should have flown. So that is a big gap, I can already tell. Hold on. Let's go back to this workshop, because Ultra Hand. What the heck? What? Why is... Oh gosh, hold on. The fucking gyroscope in my fucking gyroscope is being glitchy AF. It's like inverted, basically. Also, I hate that I can't just be like, hey, my gyroscope is being dumb. Hang on. I have to fucking, like, resync my controller or something. Pine controllers? This one? How does this work? Oh dear. Maybe that'll work. Nope, it still has the gyroscope super messed up. I might be like one of I might be like the weird person for this, but I don't like the gyroscopes. How the gyroscope in Switch controllers. I always feel like every time something requires gyroscope, like, if they would just give me the option to toggle it off and just use my fucking analog stick, I would be much happier. I would be much happier and things would go a lot more smoothly. Like, the gyroscope in the 3DS was okay. It wasn't, you know, anything revolutionary, but it still... Like, it was still nice to be able to, like, in Ocarina of Time, be able to, if you miss your bow shot, you can slightly move. Or you can use the gyroscope to adjust your aim ever so slightly. But, like, it was... the gyroscope was still technically optional. Alright, just open and don't hit anything stupid along the way! I immediately hit something stupid along the way, and my plane is not pulling up, even though I'm literally holding down. Oh my gosh, there's a Lionel right there. Judge Lightroot. How much of the map is this gonna light up? Literally all of it. Well, Liam James, I am not bad. Doing some stuff in the depths. Interesting structure right here. Wait, is that where the Temple of Time was? No, that's where the Thunderhead Isles are. That said, still an interesting structure. I didn't expect that to light up so much. And that just means that this one over here is also going to light up a ton, I bet. Wouldn't be surprised if it lit up basically to like right here. Well, to like right here. Anyway, where is that line all at? It's to the north, right? Yeah, it's gonna be well, it's gonna be like right here. How's the day? I guess fine. One of those days of I've had better and I've had worse, I guess. Oh. Well, I did not get caught in the gloom. Thank goodness. I'm tempted to go after those guys only because I need, like, electric enemy parts. But God, I do not want to deal with the other enemies that are there. I am from the US. Specifically Louisiana. I'm not going to get any more detailed than that, though. Let's see. I should be able to yeah, I can absolutely make it up here. Is that a royal? No, it's not. It's a giant boomerang. It's not. Nope, never mind. It's just a regular boomerang. I guess I could still take it, but I just don't think I'm ever gonna come back to this area. Unless this ends up being, I mean, actually, no, even if this ends up being an abandoned mine, because it's, like, in a really weird, it's, like, below this area. Go away, Stone Talus. I'm way the fuck on the edge of your vision, and you're just like, ah, there's a person. Oh my gosh, there's another boss right there. Yeah, staying away from this area permanently after I get this Lightroot. Is that a regular Frauds? I think it is. That's hilarious. I could kill them for the crystallized charges, but it's honestly not worth the effort. Because we'd only get 20 charges. Which I guess, thinking about it, you know, that is technically 40 charges that we're just ignoring. I'm not using face cam or overlay. I'm not using face cam. I never use face cam. As far as overlays, I don't think I have any set up for this. I do have some overlays, just not for, like, this. But that's more for, like, charities, or, like, if I am doing, like, a co-op stream, which I haven't done a co-op stream in quite a bit. Oh, thank you for the follow, Liam James. But I don't use Facecam primarily because I don't like how it like, I don't like how Facecam, like, if I'm looking at this, at a game like this, like, obviously if I were to have Facecam, it'd probably be in, like, the bottom left corner, or maybe the top right corner, but, like, even then, it can still block stuff, and, like, oh, there's a keys right there in the top right corner. Oh, but if you know, if my Facecam is there, I can see it, but the audience can't. Or, oh, I see that electric keys in the bottom left corner. It's in the bottom left corner. I can see it, but the audience can't. So it's just one of those things that I feel like most people, well, this may just be me, but my personal preference is, whenever I'm watching a video, is, like, yeah, Facecam is fine and all, if you use it, but I don't really like how it blocks stuff every now and again. As for, and like I said, in terms of, like, overlays, I don't really have a lot of overlays set up either, because I don't really use them that often, or I don't really play games that I feel warrant them that often. That is a Lionel right there. Huh. They weren't kidding when I get... What? Is that the Light Dragon? No, that's Farosh. Yeah, I guess they weren't kidding when they said Lionels are always below stables. I do want to get a VTuber model at some point, but I keep running into IRL monetary issues with that. A little bit my fault, but at the same time also not entirely my fault. Because, like, my brother is getting married next year, so I had to save up money for that, along with getting a new vehicle, because when I got back from TwitchCon last year, guess what? My vehicle's motor decided that it was time to stop working entirely. Oh, this is awkward. Hey, can you not? Okay. You die first. Go away. Oof. Well, I tried. Anyway, time to send 3 homing arrows at this guy. Alright, look, if you're not gonna stop shooting arrows at me, I'm gonna kill you too. Crystallized charges. And yeah, I guess schematic. A water freezer. That seems so redundant. I can just take a freezing thing and hold it over water. Why would I ever use that? Arrow. Can I stand on this? I totally can. Nice. Alright, let's eat those to heal up. Huh. Guess the next Lightroot would technically be over here. I feel like this Lightroot here is not gonna reach here. So there's definitely something going on with that. Hold on. Let me actually mark this in a way that I can actually see it. Like this. Not a fan of the light being on the bottom, but I may have to just make do. Oh my gosh, video game, please. There, and then there, and there. And then here. And then here. And let's change the angle of this, because that will launch me directly into that tree. As much as I don't want to have to turn around, I feel like this is probably the best we're gonna get. I am not able to control this that well. Alright. We have plenty of battery, so... That said, our battery is draining pretty quickly. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm stupid. I could much more easily get there by just diving down here. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's how I am actually supposed to get down there. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do that. Because this one isn't, like, super far from an opening. I still can't believe that we found so many Lightroots, but we haven't found many shrines with, we haven't found many shrines that, you know, have the... that came from the, well, we haven't found many shrines that were connected to the Lightroots. That, well, okay, more correctly, we haven't found many shrines that we didn't already have discovered. Are you serious? Alright, so there's a Korok probably up there, but it's raining. And it's going to be raining for apparently a year because this game just has an unhealthy obsession with rain. I guess we'll try this out. Maybe we can make some progress. Very strong, maybe that's Pharaoh's again. Okay, I was about to say, I swear to God, if this is pointing me somewhere else. That's over there. Let's grab the Zora armor. I guess for now we'll equip the Fierce Deity armor because, for the other stuff, because it's my strongest armor. I do like that the Zora armor cuts down on on the stamina cost for dashing, like, significantly. I'm pretty sure there's a helm and lights for the Zora armor too. I just haven't found it. Alright, and Glide Mask and other... That was not what we were going for. Discovery, Lake Hylia Chasm. Alright, we're... We're going to try to navigate our way to the Lightroot. Miner's outfit and fierce deity. No, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Whoop. There. And there. What? Are you serious? Alright. Just gotta get a little bit more space. Fucking peplets, man. They're almost as bad as the stall bokoblin enemies, but at least they don't just... Alright, at least they don't just ignore the attacks that you hit them with sometimes. I really hope there's not a super boss guarding this fucking Lightroot. Ammoney Lightroot. That filled out more than I expected it to. Actually, no, it filled out about just as much as I expected it to. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, there's definitely a shrine that we have missed. And I bet I know where the entrance to that shrine is. I don't know why I did that. Just kind of force of habit. Oh, that was not what I was after. I bet the entrance to this is the same as the Misco treasure place. Huh, that was very clearly a crater that was like right there that just like disappeared. Secret entrance for pirates is... I need to set the... or take a look at this side quest. Oops, that's a side adventure, not a side quest. A forgotten pirate cavern lurks at the foot of Cape Caples, overlooking the Necluda Sea. The short, shrill song of one through lips will open the way to my treasure. Okay. So it's overlooking the sea. Oh, is this it right here? No, these are those ruins. It's overlooking the Necluda Sea, so it's definitely along the ground here. Oh, hello. A fan and a steering stick. A forgotten pirate cave lies at the foot of Cape Caples, overlooking the Necluda Sea. How is that not a Korok, man? Oh, hold on. I see a treasure chest. Never mind, that's a rock. That's the rock that I just picked up. Guess we'll just do this. And then this. And then this. Oh, yep, here we go. Cape Caples Cliff Base Cave. And there's the short, shrill sound of that sound. So, real question, are there actually enemies in here for me to worry about, or is that pirate ship just for show? There's definitely enemies here. Annoyingly, they're the stalled enemies, so they're not gonna have any good weapons, and they're going to be annoying to deal with. Oh, they took the treasure. These jerks. I guess it makes sense. They're pirates. Still. I'm annoyed. What? Why can't I ascend? There we go. Hi. Second. I hear another one. the last of them? It was. Okay. Ooh, lots of moblin things. I don't even want to know. Is it just up top here? I better not be able to slip while climbing a ladder. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I can. Savage Lionel bow. Okay. Free Savage Lionel bow. Goodbye, Royal bow. I don't know which one to get rid of. I guess the one with the white upgrade. Wasn't expecting a free Savage Lionel bow, but I mean, I will definitely take it. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot my raft is over here. I might be in a predicament, however. Yeah. Can I reach it from here? Maybe? Nope. I cannot. Well, this is gonna be annoying. Alright, time to make a bridge. Time to make a half-assed bridge to my raft. So that I can turn my raft away from the pirate ship. Because for some reason, these pirates didn't keep their treasure on the ship. Because I guess they have to live up to the stereotype of being pirates and burying their treasure. Oh, that's the bubble frog? Royal broadsword. Not worth. It was not decayed royal broadsword, absolutely, but unfortunately those don't exist in the game outside of the depths. Oh, can I climb onto my raft, please? Because I just want the Bright Bloom Seeds game, please. Now for an interesting predicament. Yep, that's exactly what I thought was about to happen. Can I reach that from here? Just barely, thank goodness. Alright, so... not on the pirate ship. Not right there. I'm looking to see if there's like a chest or something that gets highlighted in the water. Maybe I'm missing something. What? There we go. You know what? What if it was on the pirate ship for the whole time and just like under this stuff? It totally was. Tingle's tights. There once was a man who claimed to be the very reincarnation of a fairy. He treasured these tights, and so will you. After all, they're a rather rare find. Kalulimpa. Well, that's disappointing. Anyway, I have to figure out how to get to the shrine that's supposed to be right here. So we'll go to this shrine and see if we can... find, anything. Oh, that's IRL thunder. I thought that was in-game. Oh my gosh, that's loud. What the hell? That is so loud. Go away, piece. Yeah, that is incredibly loud. I may have to cut things short if it continues thundering. I'm leaving. It is not worth the effort to kill those guys. So there's gotta be a cave around here that I'm missing. I wonder if this sign has changed. Okay, Cave Temple's open, Village. I guess maybe not. Go away. Go away. Go away before I cook and eat you. Well, if I could, oh. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 3:45. Destructive 80-mile-per-hour winds. Well, that's the weather alarm on my phone. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the cave that's definitely around here before I end off. Oh, great. It's even applying to my work. So the work phone that they gave me that doesn't work. Like, it used to work. Then I took, like, a vacation, and then it just stopped working, I guess, because I went too long without doing it, or without doing anything with it. Would you fuck off? You two! I'm running out of arrows, jeez. Okay, that's Cape Cables. Like the incline of Cape Cables. There was... Oh, you're a peblet. Alright, you get to live. Because I don't feel like dealing with you. There was that one cave that we found that we had to enter from, like, a, monster encampment, but I don't imagine they really did that very often. I'm surprised. It's probably more around here. But what I was gonna say is I'm surprised that the Cape Cables cave didn't... Well, I guess I understand why. But I was gonna say... Hey, anyway, I'm surprised the Cape Cables cave didn't just go all the way into where that was, thing was. Ah, I found it. Mount Duns. Okay. Get down here. Fight me like a creature. Well. Not exactly how I expected that to go, but I will take it. Oh, video game? Why am I slipping off? Or sliding off of, like, the tiniest little ramps. Let's go. Oh. Now for the love of... No, you let me climb up. I guess I'll use this spiked iron ball hammer. Here. What? Game! I swear. What? Why am I sliding off of, like, everything? Like, I get it, the cave is wet for some reason. Apparently it's just raining inside of this cave perpetually. Okay, you know what? Fine. Bomb arrows it is. Actually, not bomb arrows. Regular bombs. Alright. I need to... Ultra hand those. 3 together, actually. Can't reach that. I can. Nice. Just set it. Reach the treasure chest as well. Nice. Open. Sapphire. Okay, so... the bubble frog is obviously behind that wall right there. I'm gonna bomb arrow it. Well, tried to reach the other one, but can't quite do it from here. Ooh. All my bows are getting badly damaged. Okay, that is a rock. That's another rock. I'm gonna save because my lights just flickered. I might lose power. I don't know. If it's going to happen, obviously, but you heard the thunder. Now, granted, that was just one particularly close strike. But that's also the second time my lights have flickered. I didn't realize I could take those without confusing them. Also, real quick while I'm thinking about it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I have to apparently wait until my animation is finished. Break cap. Alright, Carlos frog over there, but it's gone. You know what? Screw it. Sora armor will... We're gonna swim for it. Okay, I was gonna say, we can't actually swim for it. Are you kidding me? this should be very simple. Just drop that right there. Grab the bomb flower. I'll grab the bright bloom seeds real quick as well. I'm able to do so without, you know, sliding down every 5 seconds. Alright, now we ascend. Oh, treasure chest. Nice. A royal shield with shield guard up plus 9. Honestly, it's... I'm gonna leave it behind. Because we have a bunch of Savage Lionel shields and a bunch of doubled up royal shields. And it's just... shock lights. I'm running past them. Great. A little enclosure that could have the bubble pearl. It totally does. Alright, we got the bubble gem. Now let's go to the shrine. See a rock like there, I can probably just run past. Yep, I totally can. I see the shrine as well. And also a rare gem deposit. 2 rubies, an amber, and 2 flint. Nice. Bright bloom seeds. More bright bloom seeds. Also some glowing, some bright caps rather. We called them glowing mushrooms, which wouldn't be inaccurate, but just not technically correct. Might as well grab up all these bright caps. Alright. This was the Bamatok Shrine. If I could get the pin to show for like half of a second. There we go. Oh, it's just Raru's Blessing. Nice. Big battery. Blessings. So just 4. So now we can go get our 26th heart container, which is not too big, but not like a small amount either. It's an upgrade, so it's an upgrade, and it's an upgrade that will make, it's an upgrade that will make, it's an upgrade, and upgrades make the game easier and allow us to fight more powerful enemies. It's especially, like, nice that we're just straight up finding royal, like, especially considering we're at the point where we're just finding straight up royal equipment in chests, because the game's just like, yeah, you need royal stuff by this point. Which is interesting, because you can't really... Because, like, other types of equipment offer different bonuses from Royal, but, like, the trade-off for damage just isn't really worth... or just makes it not really worth bothering with... equipment that's not, like, Royal or Mighty Zonite. Obviously, this snarled branch is fine for the thing that I'm using it for. Wow, these guys are tanky. Are you like an upgraded truck like? Nope, you're not. You're just real tanky. Ah, shoot. I missed. That's 2 hits on my spear that I won't get back until I do. Shield of the Mind's Eye. Why? Why would I ever want... Why would I want that? What? Somehow I keep hitting... Somehow we kept hitting the... Like it wasn't. Another shield of the Mind's Eye. No. Get out of here. But yeah, like, the Knight's Halberd, for example, that we just left on the ground, is a perfect example of it's a perfect example of, oh, there's options, but the options weren't really great. Ooh, we're gonna have to restore my Reaper here soon. A Royal Bow with Quick Shot. I'm leaving it behind. We got the Bubble Frog in here. I just want to see what all else is in here. Nothing. However, there is another entrance right here. I hope a blood moon happens soon. Well, that's a battle talus. So why I would ever come to this particular spot is beyond me. Because if I was truly trying to just check every single nook and cranny of the world, or if I just really, really needed to know what was in this particular chest, spoiler alert, it's probably a weapon. And not even a good weapon. Anyway. Hey, you know what we haven't done? We haven't ever used the goddess statue at our house. I still really wish we could do more with this. 15 room limit is just so bad, man. Give me a heart container. So I wonder, when we get 30 hearts again, because we started the game with 30 hearts, are we still gonna have the same animation when we get heart containers? The same animation of, like, gloom being, like, expelled from Link. Oh yeah, don't you have a unique entry? Yes, you do. I guess real quick I can... delete most of these. Hang on, I'll keep that one. Obviously, I'll keep the quest-related ones. I think I'll keep this one and delete this other one. I'll keep that one. I'll keep these. Are there any other, like, really cool ones? This one kind of looks nice. But most of the other ones, I think I can safely delete. Yep. This one looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's just holding a forest dweller's spear. Ah, blood moon, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Real quick, let's head to Lookout Landing Tower and increase my battery capacity. Once the reset happens, I'll go repair my stuff. Get producing, and now we have 3 batteries that have the blue discharge. we need 5 more, which is 1,500 times 3, which is just straight up 4,500. Um, 4,500 raw zonite. That's, you know. Oh, I guess we could subtract 60 from that, so it would be 4,440. Anyway, we're gonna let the blood moon happen. And then I will go repair my stuff. Hey, the light dragon. You know what? I'm down to try. I know we need 2 scales from the Light Dragon to upgrade the Champion's Tunic. I also need to look out for Nadra as well, because we need 2 of Nadra's scales to upgrade my snow boots, because that's what the devs decided would upgrade the snow boots. I think it was the snow boots. Is there a closer tower that I could have launched out of? No, not really. Yes, yes, Blood Moon's happening, I know. When the glow of the blood-stained moon shines upon the land, the restless spirits of slain monsters are turned and into flesh. Maybe I should launch from this one. That's because I don't know if we're gonna be able to reach the dragon from where we were. We're getting pretty low on stamina. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the better option. So I'm trying to figure out, did she just circle the entire continent? Because we've seen her over in this area. We've seen her crossing paths with Dinral around right here. Maybe she just circles like this whole area, like Central Hyrule. Light Dragon, I need your scale, please. Light Dragon's scale. A precious scale that fell from the Light Dragon. It's faintly worn and has an oddly familiar, mysterious power that heals when attached to a weapon. I mean, considering we completed the memories thing, I don't think we can say that it's an oddly familiar power. Like we straight up know who the Light Dragon is, and if you don't know, then go watch the rest of the playthrough. Narrative Exchange Ruins. There's definitely animated gloom around here. Like. Two hit it. Nice. Amber. Take the bomb flower. Take the bright bloom seeds. We got the amber from that. Oh, I got gypped. We got one thing of amber from a rare gemstone. Ooh, we got a diamond from a regular one, though. Let's go. I would be shocked if there was not animated gloom here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wander around in here just to make, just to prove the point that there's very much that this is like prime area for animated gloom. Yep, right there. Called it. Anyway, time to evacuate. Oh, my light is flickering. Okay. I'm gonna head to Outskirts Stable. Oh, yeah, I'm about to lose power. I'm heading to Outskirts Stable, and I'm calling it real quick. My lights are flickering real bad. Sorry for the slightly shorter stream, but I can't do anything about the weather. When we come back, we'll repair my weapons first thing, and then from there... Oh, I used the wrong... Oh, well. And then from there, we'll, and from there, we'll probably go back into the depths, probably grab, we'll probably grab a couple more, the rest of the Korots that I have marked, like this one here, these two down here, and then we'll probably head back into the depths after that. I have a Korok right here. I have a Korok right here that I need to do as well, I guess. But yeah, that is all for tonight. Good night. I will see you all tomorrow. Sorry once again for the shorter stream, but I'm probably about to lose power. Later.